concerned about is every time you went to the psych ward, why didn't they get you to the doctors after that?
Because the doctors are there.
I know, but you have to have aftercare, right?
Excuse me?
When you go to the psych ward, you have to have a thing called aftercare, right?
Yes, always.
So, out of 4 years, why didn't you get any aftercare? Why didn't social worker Rose Artegea help you get aftercare after going to the psych ward so many times?
It was the job of the caseworkers, case managers.
But she was your emergency contact.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, she should have did something. You're right.
So now you...
But she did.
Can you see why I'm... like, can you see a little bit why I'm mad at Rose Artegea? Because of her not doing her job, I got trafficked and my child got trafficked and shot. All because you didn't do follow-up care afterwards. Even if when I paid money to get you Ubers or whatever, after I was coming to in fucking Linda Rollins and your son Brandon Lanzi kept fucking harassing me over and over again, and they wanted, and it's directly their fault why you didn't get aftercare. It's the Prince of Jennings' fault and Selena Williams, because they knew that your son was living there, right? Mm. So none of the police officers that come to your house, they can't say that you never said that he wasn't living there, right? Because I have it recorded on my end that when the police and other ambulance people, you said your son lives here. Yeah. You're all, that's his stuff, that's his room. I remember you always tell him that's his room, that's his stuff. Oh, these are his tools. Yeah. So they can't deny that when your son was living there, he didn't help you get aftercare after going to the psych ward, right?
No. But he did take me to Jefferson Pharmacy after he took me to the bank.
But see,
I know what
just the medicine is not enough, because obviously you needed that aftercare from the doctors. But
I didn't follow through on the aftercare.
I know. Well, why not?
Because I wasn't sure where I was supposed to go.
So why didn't you use your emergency contact to find out?
I don't know.
And why didn't Rose Artegea call you up if she knew that your memory was bad and that you had issues doing that?
I don't know, but I did leave my medicine, and I went through my paperwork.
It sounds like that they were all working together to human traffic, right?
I was going to the store to get something, and some guys...
It sounds like Linda Rollins talked to Rose Artegea and the police department, Sacramento police officers that came to your apartment, right?
Yeah.
And that they all discussed the matters of your son illegally living there. Mm-hmm. And that they knew that your son was allowing drug addicts to come. I'm not saying that Thomas didn't like you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Thomas was just using you, because I think he wanted to help you, but he's a drug addict. Yeah. So
he can't help me.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he
might have like helped you, but it wasn't out of a...
He helped himself. Not really, but I know what you're saying.
He goes wherever he wants. It isn't like you were doing him a favor. He does what he wants. Like he likes to roll on the ground with a bag of fucking crystal, and he gets to do that. That's what he wants to do. Otherwise, he would be. He seems like a very smart man. He seems like he's as smart as a man as he wants to go get a bag of crystal, he could go get a place too. That's what I think about him. Mm-hmm. You didn't necessarily need him, and he doesn't necessarily need you. You needed to get in the bath.
That was the only thing.
But that was probably your sickness. Like you said, your schizophrenia. Like you're like, I'm gonna use this situation instead of maybe calling up Rose Artegea and saying, look, I need to get in the shower, and I need to go back, and I need to get aftercare. And now listen, in my mind, when I'm studying a criminal, you're not a criminal. I'm just saying I'm using these skills I'm using these skills to identify certain things. Okay. That in your mind, you said, instead of calling up my social worker, Rose Artegea, and instead of calling up the police department, and instead of trying to attempt to call the doctor to get some help because you needed the medicine and you needed to get in the shower, you decided to go outside and find the first man, you said. Now, you don't think that's dangerous?
Yeah.
And you don't think that that's your psychiatric diagnosis that
affected my decision.
affected your decision
To get somebody to put me in the tub.
You got a drug addict who has a lot of crystal. He had a fucking bag full of it, girl. Like, it was like no joke. Like, if a drug enforcement officer would have pulled him over, he would have been going to jail for a very, very long time. That's how much he had. And so, therefore, your decision of saying, well, I can't call Lisa. I don't know if at that time I was like, I'm just getting sick and tired of your son. Don't call me. I don't know what I said. But, or even if you called me, you could have called me. I might have not been able to take the call. You could have called Rose Arteaga, who is a licensed social worker, Rose Arteaga, to help you get into the shower and get you into somewhere that you could have got a shower and the psychiatric help you needed. You could have called the police officers to say, I need help. I'm having a psychiatric break. But you could have went to Linda Rollins, even though she doesn't do shit anyway. Yeah. Like, but there's all these different other people. But instead, you used your judgment to go outside and find just a random person that you never knew.
Not really, but the first guy I met, like, there was 12 tribes of Israel, and there was Jacks. But because I met Thomas first when I was going Safeway, so the lady who wants some marijuana, and was with two women, they had blankets. And I said, yeah. And then I needed that shower. My son took a shower, and he's all broken up. He left. And I said, I didn't want to get nobody in there because I didn't really know anybody. And I said, the first man I see out there, I'm going to get him to come in and get me a shower. And I saw Thomas dragging the tarp with hell full of marijuana. And we got all the good buds. He threw the tarp and got in. Well, I said, strip down. These clothes are going. No, but I got some. I'll clean it out. Just get in the shower. And he did. And then I would pull out good clothes, throw the dirty clothes away. And he would get mad. And I said, well, I'm not going to have to take a shower and be stinking again. And he was keystering. And he got mad that I told him that.
Keystering?
Shoving shit, drugs up your butt.
Oh, God.
I had a big freaking turd under the bathroom sink. And I'm going, what's this smell? Big old turd. And I threw it. And then he brought needles. I threw them.
See, that's dangerous behavior.
And I got mad. And I got mad at him. And he got mad. He goes, I don't throw your stuff. I said, I can't have this here.
So listen, and this is why I'm mad at Rose Arteaga. She knew that you were in a heightened sense of danger and making dangerous situations and dangerous decisions.
It works for me, right?
And it made it worse for me.
Oh, for you, not me.
It made it worse for you because as far as if somebody was like looking at it, they'll be like, Martha. Let's think about it. You know better. You should have called the ambulance or you should have called Rose Arteaga to get a shower instead of getting a man you didn't know into your home. Yeah. You wanted to do that. That's what
they must have needed a man.
That's what they're going to say.
Which, it's the truth.
They're going to say you wanted to do that because you have the skill to call up the ambulance in Rose Arteaga. You have that skill. You chose to want to get a man that was dangerous in your home. Like, and that's where they're going to say with that.
I didn't feel threatened by him. But
I know, but you know what? Some of these situations,
it's just the fact that
like there's cases of people that let in people they don't even know, and they end up dead, brutally murdered.
Yeah,
and that's how it happens. So that's when a person gets to say what is a dangerous decision making and what is not dangerous decision making.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm European.